While I'm doing that, I'm going to try to figure out how to pull it up so that I can see comments and respond to them as best as possible. Because in the past, I just look on my phone and it's kind of difficult. So while we're doing that, I'm going to see if I can do it. Just going to let some people come in here. Hope everybody is having a great day. Hi, guys. Let's see if I can figure out how to look at comments while I'm on here with you guys. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It's a great day. It's a beautiful day. Here we go. Okay, that's not going to work. Anyways. Hi, Dawn. I guess I'm just going to have to respond to everybody on the phone here. So that's okay. I can see all the comments, so that's good. Hi, guys. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. So, we're going to start doing lives every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. It's been requested, so I am going to schedule it and make sure I'm here. Yes, McCormick won. I just saw that about 10 minutes ago that they called it for McCormick, so that is a big win for us. We really like him. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see him speak at the Butler rally because he didn't have a chance to. So that was kind of a bummer, but yeah, we won. That's right, guys. Hi, Eric. Yeah, so big win for us. It still almost doesn't feel real. I have to admit, I'm still expecting to wake up and hear that they took it away. So yeah, I guess it's going to take a little while to sink in. And I've been trying to stay kind of off the internet because the hysterics is just driving me absolutely nuts. I feel really bad for all of the people that are so involved in the little mind control that they don't realize that all of these terrible, horrible things aren't going to happen to them. Hi, David from Vancouver. So great to have you guys all here with me tonight. So basically, when we do these lives, I guess it's a really great time for you guys to ask me any questions you have about anything. If I can answer it, I will. Yeah, it did seem too easy. It seems like they have something up their sleeves. It it just definitely doesn't seem like it should have been as easy as this was. I don't know whether they're planning on not letting him, into the White House on Inauguration Day or not, but yeah. Hey, Pittsburgh. Dennis, thank you. Hi from India. Thank you so much for being here from India. How's the weather over there? It looks like it's always beautiful all the time. Is that right? Or do you guys have some crazy weather? I think India is a beautiful country. All right. Yeah, something's definitely. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, what's that show? The tattoos once? Are you talking about mine on my arm? I will show you one of these days. It's a little chilly out here right now, so I'm gonna leave my flannel on. Yeah, rural America did show up. We showed up in droves. My little tiny fire hall where we vote was like the line was crazy first thing in the morning, and supposedly it was like that all day long. So I don't actually even have a fashion style. I'm just 99% of the time I look like a bum, but there we are. It's just what's comfortable and practical for sure. So all right. So where are you guys all checking in from? Yes, my name is Kira. Kira, Kira. So you guys all know. Sorry, my son's rolling past on his lawnmower, so it might get loud. He's loading up for tomorrow's work. Yeah, David, that's definitely a good question. If we have the Senate and the House, is there any way he can be confirmed? let me just put it this way. I don't put anything past anybody, and absolutely nothing would surprise me at this point. It seems like they're going to just walk away gracefully. I don't entirely trust that. I am also extremely surprised there aren't any fires and riots. I definitely expected for everything to burn. I guess that's a really great thing to be surprised about, though, right? I mean, we were expecting the worst, and so far, um, oh, Holly Woods. Yes, I will say your name and make your brother jealous. Tell him to get on here, and I'll say his name too. um, so yeah, it is definitely peaceful. And you know what though? For that, I am extremely happy. I hope it stays that way. I hope that people finally start to put their differences aside and come together. I fear that there are people that are so damaged by all the propaganda that may never happen. Um, so yeah, uh, it's definitely pretty crazy that it's gone so easy. Um, would he be VP after? That would be kind of neat. I can't imagine a world where Trump would be the VP and not the president. I mean, but that would be pretty cool. Let Vance step up to the plate. I would like to see some other people with this strong MAGA movement have their time to shine as well. As long as they keep, the same morals and things going. I again would like to see Vivek or Vivek. People always correct me, and as somebody with a hard to pronounce name, I apologize that I mispronounce it all the time. But I would love to see him in there at some capacity. Um, so we'll see what happens. We got 4 whole years of the man, though, before that happens. So let's see if I can read some more of your comments here. Yes, I saw. I didn't read the actual comment about his U.S. Year-long celebration and state fairs, but I did hear about it, and I think it's supposed to be in Iowa. Is that correct? I think that's fantastic, and I think we should celebrate, and I would love to see that happen. And if that happens, I will do my best to make it because I think that would be such a fantastic event. Tulsi, I love Tulsi Gabbard, and the funny thing is, um, so I didn't always stay up current on everything that happened politically. I mean, I was always in the know, but I mean, I didn't watch every single move all the time, dedicate myself to it. And I at, heard her talk one time and actually almost thought she was Republican to begin with. So I've always thought Tulsi was pretty okay. Then when she came over and switched sides, well, when she went independent first, I was like, yes. And then now she's full Trump supporter, and I love that. I love that for our party too. I love that Tulsi came over. I love that Kennedy's with us. I really do love him. I really, really do. I have a deep, deep, deep respect for him. Everything that he's doing with Victory Gardens and all the things that he does with regenerative agriculture. I mean, because that's what I strive to do here, even though on our small acreage I have too many animals to do the regenerative ag like I'd like to. But I just think that this is wonderful for our movement, and it speaks volumes for what we're trying to do. I mean, he's Hindu. We all are getting along. We're showing the most amount of unity, so I absolutely love that. Yeah, I would think that's probably true, Healer's Healer, that with him winning so heavily, there was nothing for them to actually protest. Um, let's see. Oh, yes, David, that commercial. I think I must have watched that commercial 10 times. In fact, I just watched it again. I was watching, oh, what's his name? One of the guys on YouTube here that I watch, and he replayed it again today, and I absolutely loved that ad where he had everybody on there, and Kid Rock was singing. I mean, you guys know, if you know, you know. I'm like the biggest long-term Kid Rock fan ever. So I did love that commercial very much. Hi from Evans City. Hi, Robert. Thank you. In Jim Thorpe, PA. So I've never been in Jim Thorpe, PA. I've heard of it, but I've never been there or even through there. Where's it near? Is it off of like I-80, 81, something like that? Closer to New York, maybe. So, let me see. This one's held for review. Oh, okay. I don't know why. So they hide certain things. So this was talking about Nicole Shanna. I'm gonna slaughter her last name, but getting to come into Trump's cabinet. Yeah, I agree. North of Allentown. Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, just earlier this month we were out to Gettysburg twice actually, and man, it really set the stage for me as to where this country could have gone, and I'm really, really happy that it has not. What are you barking for? That's all right. My Pyrenees couch potato sees somebody on a bike up here, and he's alerting me that they have stopped. They're probably looking at the view. Where we live, we have a gorgeous view. It would be something akin to what you would see in the mountains. I always say, we kind of are at the foot of the mountains, and where I live in particular, there's no view like it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, all right, guys, 29 people in. That's pretty good for a first time live. Make sure you guys are giving the old thumbs up. I think probably all of you are. Hello, hello. Yeah, Harley is almost always in my videos. She'll at least pop in and say hello. I have 4 kids, so my oldest he's gonna be 21 in February. That just blows my mind. But then I have a 17-year-old, Harley's 14, and Chase is 12. So, hey there, Joanne. Just hanging out, kind of keeping an eye. I don't know what this person up here on this bike is doing. I live on a 1-lane dirt road, so well, it's not so much dirt anymore. It used to be dirt when I was growing up, but now it's tarred and chipped. So anytime there's somebody stopped on the road, I immediately am on guard. And this person's leaving now. They probably were just admiring the view, which is totally fine. But a few weeks ago, my husband had to yell at me because there was somebody that drove up and they parked right up above my barn. And it was after dark, and I went by myself and jumped in my truck and went up there and said, "Hey, get out of here." And he yelled at me. He said, "You can't do that these days. You don't know who these kind of people are. You can't be yelling at them." Yes, McCormick clinches the Senate for us, so we should be able to get a lot of good things done with the Senate and the House and everything else. Let's see here. I couldn't agree more, wake up and human, that yes, rural PA really does have some of the most underrated views and sunsets, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so glad that you guys do enjoy hearing my perspective, and I really appreciate all the kind comments you always leave for me. I never intended for this channel to ever go political, and so when I went to that rally, I felt like it was my job to communicate that with everybody. And so I never expected to be here, but I guess fate has a funny way of, bringing us to where we're supposed to be. So I appreciate all of you that are here since then. And yeah, I'm 5'3" and a quarter. I feel like when you're a short person, those little quarter inches really, really make a difference. So yeah, 5'3". I'm an itty bitty. Don Jr. I would love to see him run, especially with Vance. That would be a great ticket. So, yeah, I think that would be fantastic. It's definitely something to keep our eyes on. Yeah, again, it's really weird to think about a presidential race where Donald Trump isn't in it. He's been around for a while now, but man, it would be nice to see a Trump continue the legacy there. I can really rip on that tractor. Sometimes I rip more than I should. Yeah, sometimes I probably do some stupid things, but I'm glad it's amusement for you guys because it's always amusement for me too. Um, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I hope there's going to be fewer rhinos. And I will tell you what, this is a fun story. So, my video a few days ago, I alluded to somebody in our town, trying to kind of take down conservative businesses. And um, I'm sorry, I saw a comment and it kind of took my mind away. But so, anyways, when I was addressing that with some of the people that I know in town, I started to hear stories actually about some of the local Republicans in office and how they might be slightly kind of corrupted and maybe a little bit of a rhino themselves. So it's kind of interesting when you really start digging into things, what information you find out. I definitely encourage you all to really keep an eye on the politics in your area because you're going to start to learn who you can trust and who you can't trust. It must be over there. I'm hearing voices. It must be my neighbor over there. I just wanted to make sure that whoever was on the bike wasn't down here putzing around. I'm so sorry. I'm distracted. Um, but yeah, the rhinos, they gotta go. They gotta go. We gotta get them out by any means necessary. If that means we need to start running for office, then heaven's sakes, maybe we ought to. What made me pick up my phone one day? So I watch a lot of homesteaders, a lot of farming YouTubers and everything. And usually, not always, but usually it's men that are holding these channels. And I think that's great. But uh, I kind of just wanted to show that, if you're a woman, I'm not single and I'm not alone. I have all my kids and my husband, but I do the farming stuff a lot by myself with the help of Harley a lot of times. So I kind of wanted to document all the things that a small woman can do if she puts her mind to it. So that's kind of why I originally picked up the camera. I thought it was fun, and there's always anarchy going on around here. That's why it's Anarchy Acres Farmstead, is because there's always something crazy going on, and it feels like the animals never listen, and they're always out running amok, and it's just complete chaos. So that's why I originally started the channel, and it's kind of morphed and grown, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Yes, we homeschool our kids. So um, Harley has never been to public school. My older two were for a few grades, and I just didn't love it. So we took them home and we started to cyber school them. I went through PA virtual, and that was really nice, and it was a good way to kind of get your toes wet into schooling from home. But I started to notice a lot of my same concerns that I had with public school was that, kids were distracted and they weren't getting all of their lessons in, and they were learning some things that I was like, really, is this necessary? And so I decided that we would homeschool. And there was some pushback. Jeff wasn't completely on board, and I think he sees the kids are thriving now. We kind of do kind of like an unschooling type of process. I do have curriculum for them to learn, the essentials like that they need to know. Um, but we learn a lot from doing around here, and I think that's kind of the best way to learn. Um, Thank you, Healer's Healer. Oh. Joanne, it's never too late. If it's something that you want to do, something you aspire to do, set your goals, and I am sure you will achieve it at some rate, anyways, even if it's only an acre and get you out there into the country. Yeah, I guess I was kind of maybe ahead of the curve taking the kids out. I could start to see things that I really didn't like, and I was like, this isn't kosher. But, at the same time, when I was in school, I had a really hard time. I was really bullied, and yeah, it was tough for me. So when I started to see some of the telltale signs of similar behavior, I was not good with that for my kids. And I know they say that it's character building, but we live in a really different age than when I was in school. So yeah. All right. So the program that I use, Connie, is Khan Academy. It's a free curriculum, and they have really great information. The videos are done by a teacher, and the kid can log on, and there's little quizzes and tests on there. The curriculum isn't maybe quite as diverse as you might want, but that's why I utilize things like YouTube for good history. There's like History Hits TV and all those types of things. So you can find really, really great history documentaries. But other stuff, again, we learn by doing. We like to go and see things and learn that way. So that's kind of how we do it. It's kind of chaotic, but so is the rest of my life. So it's not surprising. Yeah. Oh, I've heard stories about nuns in Catholic schools. I did not attend a Catholic school. I went to a public school, but I've heard stories. Oh yeah, so I have heard of like co-ops, homeschool co-ops. There's one local. I actually did a presentation one time for one of them, which was nice. So, all right. Thank you, Connie. I think they are. I think they're intelligent. They're very practical minded, is what they are. Um, none of them are great in calculus or anything like that, but they are very level headed. They understand practical things that you need in life to be successful, I think. I would agree. Being on the farm really teaches you a lot. And everything you need to know about biology and anatomy is learned on the farm, that's for sure. So then it also sets you up for great successes and makes you learn how to handle big failures too, because there are equal parts of both. And sometimes it seems like the failures outweigh the successes, but they do balance out. So thank you, Joanne, uh, for becoming a member. I appreciate that so much. I am really enjoying this live. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. My goal is to stay on for half an hour. If it goes over, that's fine. Is it hard to hear? I'm sorry, maybe I'm being too quiet. I'll move closer to the phone here. Anybody else having a problem hearing? I have a microphone, but sometimes I think it's not a very good one, and so sometimes I think it causes more problems than good, actually. All right. David, thank you so much. Yes, I actually have got super chats far back in one of my other lives, so thank you. I appreciate you very, very much. Wally World, does your husband work on the farm? This is a great question. My husband was a city boy, not like Pittsburgh City, but he grew up in a city. And he was never really into the farming. He would go to his aunt and uncle's farm in the summer sometimes to spend time, but he, didn't really interact with the animals very much. And when he met me, I, of course, was the crazy horse girl. And right there. Hi, Kitty. Say hi to the people. Come say hi. They were talking about you. I'll finish my story in 1 second. Harley's here.
Hi.
They can't see you. There she is. Anyways, so he was a city boy and didn't really have much to do with the animals at all. So the horses were what I had when we made it together. And this part of the property that we live on is actually part of my grandparents' farm. They don't own it anymore. They've since passed. They gave us this 10 acres, and then my grandmother sold that after my pap died. And we always had horses, the occasional goat, always had chickens, and I always wanted more animals, but he was very adamant against it. So when 2020 rolled around and there was nothing that we could do except go to the livestock auction that I used to go to with my pap, and so I said, let's go up there. We'll at least have a normal night. It'll be fun. But what he didn't know is that I was watching the pork market and it crashed, and I went up there with intent to buy a pig, and I did. So at that point, it was basically anything that has to do with the animals. That's my job. Like if I need his help building something or plumbing something or running electric to something, he's all in. But if it pertains to the animals, the fencing projects or anything like that, it's pretty much me. He'll come down and give them water once in a while, but that's about it. Okay. Smokey. Little Smoky cat. Little Smoky cat got an eye injury on Sunday. You can kind of see it's still not quite better yet, but we've been doctoring it, and he's doing much better, so he's been in the house. But you're wiggling. There she is. Gotcha. I got it on vertical, so it's kind of hard to get you in unless you sit right here.
No.
Okay. Yeah, Smoky Cat, he come in and he had, my youngest son thought he lost his eye, but he didn't. The inside of his eyelid kind of got torn and was like kind of sticking out kind of. So Vetricin, we used Vetricin 4 times a day and it healed it up like that. Yeah, he's a plumber, David. He's a plumber, so he has quite a handy job, that's for sure.
He's over there playing.
Yes, I did hear about the Amish. I think it was something like 170,000. And yeah, that was mostly because of the Miller case, where the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture came in and raided his stuff, and they took all of his organic produce and milk. He was doing milk and all kinds of things on his farm, and he was shipping it. And the PA Department of Agriculture was not a fan. They sent state cops several times. I did a video on it earlier in this year. It was really, really sad what they did to him. So I think that's probably why the Amish community was so willing to go vote, because as you all know, they don't like to participate in these types of things. They want to be left alone and live their own solitary lives. I actually have a couple Amish friends, and I see them, multiple times every year. I go up there. I buy a lot of my bulk baking items up there in the Amish, and so I'll go up there, and it's Trump country, let me tell you. When we go to the auction house, it's up in Amish country, and they all go there, and there's Trump signs everywhere, and yeah. And these are old-fashioned Amish up where we go. They're I don't know if they're Schwarzentrooper Amish or what, but they're very old school, so it's great to see. Wonderful people, they really are. I agree with you, David. I've told all my kids that if they can help it, unless they want to be a doctor, don't even bother going to college. Get a trade. Right? What do you want to do?
I haven't just smacked my window.
I know. What do you want to do with your life?
Horse training.
Horse training. At 14, that's her choice right now. We'll see if that changes as she gets older. No, I haven't gotten any word about my vet issue, just that there's plenty of issues. I think there's a large movement that's needed. Colleges are too unaffordable. Veterinary school, especially for large animals, is extraordinarily expensive and very lengthy. And I just don't think people are doing it, and that causes a shortage. And of course, they're going to go where the money is. A lot of big animal vets will make more money out west where there's big ranches and stuff. So we need to change that. I've talked to some people. I got to continue to talk until we have some sort of movement or some sort of course of action. So it's unfortunate, but that's the way that it's going right now. A Trump-run regime. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. Let's see. Yeah, I heard that about Massey too. Yeah, I think that would be a fantastic choice. Yeah, let me see if I can go back. Yeah, well, is that? No, I don't know who that is. Ivan. Oh my goodness, Ivan's just always a mouthpiece. Yeah, so it is illegal to buy in Canada to buy milk from farmers. I did not know that. Yeah, well, that's kind of what we do here. So it's without having a certified dairy, I can't sell milk to anybody other than my dogs. I am so sorry, guys. That's why I'm outside, is because it was supposed to be quieter. Anyways, it's I can't sell my dairy from my goats to people either without having an inspected dairy. So I do sell for animal consumption only. Let's see. Anybody else? She went to zip the dog's mouth. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate all of you being on here. I might stick to a half an hour for right now. I'm trying to set up a room in the house that I can do lives on Thursdays to make it easy. because right now, obviously, it's starting to get dark. But hopefully, we'll work on that and get something set up that I can do these lives inside from now on. I love Ohio Amish too. I don't know where you're at exactly, Janie, but I like to go to Kidron a lot. It's one of my favorite places on earth to go, mostly because of Layman's. I don't know if you're from around there or not, but all right. So, all right, guys, I am probably gonna get off here. Let's see. Yeah, you caught me live. I'm gonna try for every Thursday at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So just make sure you schedule it. I'm still learning this YouTube thing very much. I have tried to figure out how to schedule it this morning so it would come up in everybody's feed, but somehow I don't think that works. So we'll figure it out. All right, guys, I'm gonna pop off here. I would stay on longer. It's definitely getting dark, as you can tell. But look for me Thursday. I will post more videos. I'm working on my water situation, so I will post those videos for you guys this weekend. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you all next Thursday. I hope you guys have a great day. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Now I have to figure out how to end this.